Hi, ladies and gentlemen. As usual, I wait that 15 seconds, and I'll go ahead and get started while you come in. Hello, everybody. Hi, Finest Planet 88, and everyone else that comes in. I'd like to say hi to all of you, but I probably ought to get moving on this. You know, I put up that video this morning. We have to take action, and we have to demand action by our leaders. Well, I did something I don't normally do. I started looking at the comments. I had a little bit of time and I just looked at a couple of them. Hello again, everyone. And, there have been some comments about, look, Trump's been talking, and these are you folks talking, Trump's been talking about doing something about the election rigging and fraud now since he took office. And I agree. And of course, then we have the presidential executive order that I talked about in the video from this morning. Well, I looked at one of the comments, and the commenter said, and I'm sorry I forgot the name, they will know who they are, said that Trump is doing nothing about this, and that he should be out there with law enforcement raiding these people and sending the National Guard in if necessary. Well, I'm not sure about the National Guard, but certainly the U.S. Marshals, as even Ann Coulter called for. Now, I want to point something out historically because there's an historical precedent for this. Again, I'm not telling you to take this action. Do not think that I am telling you to take this action. I am not. But I'm showing that President Trump certainly can with the powers he has. If you remember, look it up on Google if you have a chance. The Battle of Athens, Tennessee. Let me repeat that. The Battle of Athens, Tennessee. It took place after the Second World War. It was about 1947, 48, that time period. And there was election fraud by the people in charge of the election, including the mayor and the county sheriff in the town of Athens, Tennessee. And basically they came in and they took the ballot boxes and did not allow the people that were supposed to be doing the counts and all of that. They did it themselves so that they could get the people in the office that they wanted. You get the picture? Well, veterans who had fought in World War II and fought for the right to vote and to have a Republican form of representative government took up arms and went to the Athens courthouse or city hall or county building, whichever it was, where the sheriff and the mayor and those people were holed up with the ballots and wouldn't release them. And a gunfight ensued. It turned into a gunfight. Well, they finally got the ballots released, and they found out, of course, that the voting had not gone the way that the sheriff and the mayor had been saying it was. Sound like, Broward County, Florida, Arizona, California, some of these other places? Well, of course, the government thinks that it's the end all. It wants the monopoly of power, so it went after these veterans, ex-Marines, Army soldiers, but they were found innocent, that they were standing up for their rights and had done the right thing. I don't know if we'd have that today. Look at Bundy Ranch, for instance. But the point is that if veterans, citizens, American citizens could stand up in an armed conflict against the corrupt government in Athens, Tennessee in 1947-48, that time period, where the hell is our executive branch today? Where the hell is our law enforcement today? We already know the FBI is corrupt and the Department of Justice. Where's everybody else? Where's the Department of Homeland Security in this thing? Where is Trump? And I saw that comment by this commenter, and I had to agree. Trump said he would do something, and yet nothing is happening. Oh yeah, maybe 45 days down the road, maybe 90 days, maybe sooner, maybe later, I don't know. But in Athens, Tennessee, it was immediate. The veterans took care of it while the election, basically the bad guys came and took the ballot boxes during the election. And the veterans responded immediately. So where is President Trump? Where's the Department of Justice? Where are the federal people that watch the elections to make sure that this stuff is done? In another country, if this had happened, we would say that nullifies the election and we'd invade the crazy place. Yes, I call on President Trump to act and to stop putting these things off. It takes Melania Trump to tell him to get rid of his corrupt people in his administration, the people that are leaking. It takes Melania Trump to do that? Maybe she should be president. I think I'd go for that at this point. He's got to start acting, and he's got to start acting today. Am I going to make a difference by saying this? No, probably not. But we really got to look at what's happening here. Where is the rhetoric matching what's on the ground? How much time, how much patience, how much corruption, how much injury, how much damage has to be done against constitutional republic supporters before this president takes action? The Battle of Athens, ladies and gentlemen, a perfect example of why President Trump could act today. Today. No, I'm not saying Melania is guilty. Melania is innocent. No, I'm not saying that. You probably don't know what's happened in the news. She has called for the resignation of a lady and her staff who leaked information and who has caused some internal problems. Kelly covered for this lady, and Melania is after Kelly too. All I'm saying is that Melania, no, I'm not blaming Melania for anything. You don't understand. Melania called for corrupt people in her office, the office of the First Lady, to be fired. And has called for Kelly to be, I don't know this for sure, Newsweek's reporting it apparently, that she's called for Kelly to be fired because he stood up for this lady. Well, I don't know about that, but I sure like her common sense, and I'm really getting tired of the lack of action on the part of President Trump. And I love the guy, you know I do. But if veterans could stand up during an election and take forceful action to stop the stealing of an election, which is the stealing of our lives, how much more responsibility does President Trump have in this regard? I'll leave that with you. I had to put that up quickly. Thank you for whoever made that comment. I'm sorry that I didn't say your name. I read it quickly and I realized that the Battle of Athens just popped into my head, which I've talked about on this channel probably 2 or 3 other times in the last few years. Battle of Athens, very similar to the Battle of Bunkerville in Bunkerville, Nevada during the Bundy Ranch standoff. Very similar, but even more reason because at the Battle of Athens they were actually stealing from Americans, actually stealing from them in the process of it. Of course, they were at Bundy Ranch too, but at any rate, veterans took up arms to stop that. So where is President Trump? Where is your promise to go after these election officials who are corrupt and committing this fraud? Election fraud, voter fraud, dead voting, people voting for dead people, the giving of votes to felons, the giving of votes to non-residents, non-citizens, and we're just putting up with it because we don't want to hurt the poor moderates' feelings. No, it's time to act and act now. So you can send this to the White House if you want, along with the last one. I don't know, like I say, I'm just one lone voice, a lowly former lieutenant colonel, lackluster, but I know the difference between slavery and liberty. Out here for now.